Sometimes you cannot calculate something you want in Triggre by using a simple calculation. In this video, we will show you how you can use calculations in Triggre in a smart way to get the desired result. As an example, we will make a flow part that returns a list of rooms that are not booked for a certain time frame. We will start with a quick look at the data model that we've made for this exercise. We have two data items that we will use. The first is room, with a name and a list of reservations that indicate when the room is booked. Also have a data item for reservations, which we use to indicate which room is booked when and by who. Let's start by making a new flow part and call it Find Available Rooms. We need to have a date and time for both the start and end within which we want to search for available rooms. The first step in our calculation is to find all rooms. Now we will modify the list of rooms step by step, so in the end we will only have the rooms left that are not booked in the time frame that we are looking for. We start by searching all reservations that fall within the start and end moments of our search time frame. This rule finds all reservations that exactly overlap or are within the requested time frame. We call this list Contained Reservations to indicate it is about reservations that are within the requested time frame. The next step is to find all reservations that overlap the time frame. These are reservations of which the start and end are before and after the requested time frame, respectively. This rule now finds all reservations that completely overlap the requested time frame. We will therefore call this list overlapping reservations to indicate these are reservations that completely overlap the requested time frame. Next, we will search all reservations that overlap the start of the requested time frame. This means those reservations for which the start and end are before and after the start of the requested time frame respectively. This rule finds all reservations that overlap the start of the requested time frame completely. So let's call this list reservations overlapping start to indicate that these are reservations that completely overlap the start of the requested time frame. Then we will search for reservations that overlap the end of the requested time frame. These are reservations for which the start and end are before and after the end of the requested time frame, respectively. This rule finds all reservations that overlap the end of the requested time frame completely. We will call this list reservations overlapping end to indicate that these are reservations which completely overlap the end of the requested time frame. We now have all reservations that overlap the requested time frame in any or other way. Now it is time to find exactly those rooms that are not linked to any of these reservations. We do this step by step using several calculations. First, we make a list of all booked rooms we have found. This is done by combining the lists of rooms in the found reservations. We have now combined the first two lists of rooms that have been booked in the time frame. So next, we do the same thing for the other two lists of booked rooms. As a final step for combining the booked rooms, we can now combine both calculated lists. This means that we now have a list with all rooms that are reserved within the requested time frame. So let's call it All Reserved Rooms. The last step is to get all available rooms instead of the rooms that are not available. We do this by removing the booked rooms from our list with all rooms. Using the function to remove a list from another list, we now remove the list of reserved rooms from the list of all rooms. And there you have it. Now we have a list with all available rooms. Only thing left to do is give this list with available rooms as an output.